So this game against Chelsea in general was a very hard-fought match. Not pretty. Nothing really to write home about in terms of new tactics or anything like that. Chelsea get the first real big chance with Cole Palmer swinging in the corner. We know United's set-piece defending is shoddy at best. And you can see a couple of Chelsea players, it's hard to tell from this image, riding for the ball. All the United players around here, De Ligt and stuff, stationary. Madueke here is in front of Fofana and ends up getting contact on the ball, which cannons off the post. The ball bounces out to Levi Colwill, who hits it into the side netting. Now, that was a two-handed push here, quite clearly, by Madueke. And as we see, the header comes off the outside of the post. Would have been interesting to see if VAR would overturn this if the ball went in. I suspect not, because it's United. The next chance came from a counter-attacking scenario where Marcus Rashford has the ball there. And this move is interesting in terms of Amarim coming in, because as you can see, Højlund is not central here. He's running sort of in the channel, which Gyökeres for Sporting does a lot. And Marcus is going to find him. Højlund's going to get it. He's going to run down the side here. Rashford's going to fill this channel. Garnacho's going to fill this lane. Højlund decides to play the ball very early because he can see Sanchez is kind of creeping out, trying to block this space. So Rasmus decides to drill it across early with Chelsea defenders' momentums going back this way. It comes to Rashford, but he skips over it, letting the ball run towards Garnacho. Garnacho takes a touch, and this is where having an inverted winger helps, because if this was, say, Ahmad with his left foot, or Anthony even, he can wrap it towards the far post with a lot more power, but instead it's Garnacho. He hits it, but there's really no power on the ball, goes straight to Sanchez. In terms of build-up shape, United kind of went more basic in terms of having a back four there, two midfielders in here, Bruno playing in front of them, and our best chance of the first half came when we actually broke through Chelsea's press. So Mazraoui is going to run infield from left back. Bruno is going to make this run into this space there, and Ugarte is going to find Bruno. Both Chelsea players converge onto the ball, which leaves Mazraoui free, and Bruno is going to flick it on. Mazraoui, who was excellent all game in tight spaces, playing passes, is going to play through to Garnacho. Garnacho draws 3 and passes it back to Mazraoui. Mazraoui gives it back to Bruno, who's trailing the play. Ugarte is a sitting midfielder there. Casemiro, as we've seen him do more recently, has joined as an attacking midfielder. Højlund's there, of course, and Rashford is in a lot of space here far post. As Bruno goes to swing it in, Rasmus is making this run, Casemiro is making this run, Reece James has to track Casemiro because he's in front of him, and Bruno plays a lovely ball to the far post towards the free Marcus Rashford. Rashford hits the ball on the half volley. It's a very difficult technique and aims for this top bins right here. But unfortunately, the ball clangs off the crossbar. The ball comes in, bang, so unlucky. The next United chance came from a long ball. Dalot's going to play it with his left foot up towards Højlund there, who's off the screen. Højlund kind of nudges Levi Colwill off the ball. Bruno latches onto it. Colwill is asking for a foul, but he ain't getting it. And as you can see, Garnacho is making this sprint. Rashford's going to go as well. Højlund going to go. In this situation, could Bruno have made this pass right there? Was he deterred because Sanchez is off his line again? We'll never know. Bruno decides to delay. Gets all the way into the box. Højlund's still going. Rashford is still going. Bruno holds it up. And you can see Garnacho in acres of space there in the box, because all the defenders had gone towards the 6-yard line. Bruno sees him, finds him, and you're expecting a rocket into this corner here maybe. But it's scuffed and it lands in Sanchez's hands. Garnacho's finishing. Yeah, it was very off this game. Next is, of course, the penalty. Casemiro picks up the ball here, and he sees Rasmus making the run into the box, so he's going to find him with a nice lofted weighted ball. Rasmus receives it in the center of the goal. He could have maybe tried to poke it first time into the far corner, but maybe that's a tough ask with the ball coming in at this angle with such velocity. His touch is actually quite nice. Brings the ball down. As you can see, Sanchez diving for it. Rasmus is going to get there just in front to poke the ball away. Gets brought down by Sanchez, and it's a penalty. No doubt about it. Of course, Bruno steps up, looks at the keeper. Sanchez does pretty well, holding his ground as long as he can. We know what Bruno likes to do with the hop, skippity jump. Bruno's body position feints like he's going this way. Sanchez jukes this way, but dives to his left. and Bruno sticks it to his left and to the keeper's right, sending him the wrong way, and United go 1-0 up. But of course it's United, so anytime we score, we have to concede one right back. Cole Palmer is going to swing in the cross again. Casemiro gets his head on it, but instead of heading it clear, it kind of glances off his head towards Caicedo, who's waiting in lots of space. Garnacho's got to mark Cucurella and Caicedo there, which, is not possible. The ball drops perfectly onto Caicedo's foot for him to strike, and he does strike it towards this bottom corner. Onana can't see the ball through the sea of bodies there, and it goes in, and Chelsea are level 1-1. Caicedo's here, strikes the ball really well, and it actually goes straight through Mudryk, who's being kept onside just by Mazraoui there, and it's in the back of the neck. Great strike, to be fair. United's last big chance came in the 89th minute. Casemiro's going to try to swing the ball onto Xerxes' head. Bruno's making this run as well. It gets cleared by the first man, Levi Colwill. Lindelof, who was substituted on it by this point, wins the header against, I think that's Cole Palmer, and nods it on to Garnacho, who's in so much space. And Chelsea, they're defending way too narrow here. I don't know what they're trying to do. The ball bounces twice and lands right on top of Garnacho's foot. He smashes it towards this top bins right there. Reece James, I think, is too late to close him down. And if he keeps it down, it's a goal. But unfortunately, he doesn't keep it down and it sails over the bar. It was that kind of day for our boy Garnacho. Limitless potential, but he's still very raw. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please consider subscribing and leave a like. Cheers!